Hoo, 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 hoo. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you guys are well. Let me see how many we are. Okay, cool. Welcome to today's live. Um, yeah, welcome to today's live. I hope you're gonna have fun. I hope you're gonna learn. So yeah, I think I want to wait for a few more people to join. Yeah, so let's give them some time. And also, maybe you can let me know in the chats if you can hear me. Yeah, I think it's good to know if you guys can hear me before we begin. So today's topic is gonna be very, very interesting. It's something I have always wanted to talk about. In fact, like when I started creating this kind of content, I always tell people you need to have welcome guys, welcome. Oh, you can hear me, one boy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah, so karibuni sana to the live. As I was saying, yeah, I wanted to talk about thanks, Joy. Yeah, so I want us to talk about the most profitable niches in Kenya. So if you're a content creator, I'm sure you know what a niche is. A niche is just an area of focus or a subject, yeah. Like for me, mine is content creators and social media. That's my niche. So for some people, it's lifestyle, for some people, it's fashion. So I wanted us to just talk about the niches that are very profitable, niches that have a lot of money, where people are making a lot of money so that you can be more strategic, you stop aiming in the dark, Yeah, so I was saying that it's something I've always wanted to talk about. When I started doing this kind of content, I had it in my as one of my content ideas last year when I just started. So yeah, a year later, we are finally doing it. So yeah, I think we can get started. Yeah, I can see a few of us here. So we will just get straight into it. And I'm thinking we'll take questions at the end. So we first go through the lesson, then I'll take questions in the end. But if there's like a pressing question in between, I'll still take it. So yeah, let's get started. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So first, welcome to the Social Insider Live. I'm aiming for 4 days a week, so Monday to Thursday for this month. So we'll see what happens next month, God willing. But for this month, that's my goal. And today is the first, so karibuni sana. Yeah. So today I wanted to talk about the most profitable niches in Kenya. And before we get there, a little bit of background in case you've never seen my face or you don't know about me. I am the social insider and the founder of this platform. I created it just to share what I knew about influencers and social media, having been a social media manager for a couple of different people and organizations. Um, there's a lot of things I learned. And of course, my main work was working with influencers. So from being a social media manager to an influencer to managing them, I was also a PA. Let me actually just show you. Yeah, so the lady down there, um, or at the far right, yeah, fashionable stepmom, in case you don't know her. So yeah, I was her social media manager. At some point, I was her photographer, videographer, her PA, her manager. I would sit in meetings, I'd write proposals, I'd reply to emails from brands. So I got a lot of experience, and I worked with her for 3.5 years. Then now to sorry, I think just a moment. Let me remove this comment that is here. Yeah, I think we can proceed. Yeah, so 9 of you. Perfect. Yeah, so that's what I was doing for the fashionable stepmom. So 3 years of learning a lot about working with brands and managing a social media page, etc. Then moved to Jumia. As you can see, these are some of the influencers I got to work with. A lot. Actually, most of the popular ones, I believe I had a chance to work with each of them. And, they are all so different, um, with different strengths. They are, if you don't know Jumia, Jumia sells a variety of products, from electronics to beauty products to food. At the time, there was Jumia Food. So I worked with a broad spectrum of influencers with all different strengths. There's someone who will be able to sell soap, and another one can't sell that soap but can sell food. So influencers are not the same in that regard. So anyway, yeah, working with all these influencers, I can see Eli here, Kabi, Temina, Lydia KM, Murugi, all these guys. Sharon Kemwangi, Natalie, Silantoi, a lot of these people, and I like to say that a good number of them actually. I was the first big brand to hire them. So people like Maggie Mwende, Zari Lin, and Kim, people like Rhoda, Miss Kenywa, a lot of these guys, I was the first big brand to work with them. So I was able to just identify that they really had something going. They had engagement, they had community. And they knew sort of what they were doing. So I felt they could provide value to the brand I was managing. So yeah, that's some background about me. So this background gives me some information just about where people are making money, because if there's a pattern here, if you look at all these influencers, fine, I might have been one brand, but there's a pattern. There's something sort of similar with these influencers, and you will notice that they're still the same guys getting work from all these other brands, and we'll get to that. Yeah, so the question is, which types of creators are making the most money right now? Yeah, like if you're to put creators on a scale, what niche is dominating when it comes to brand work? There are people who never lack brand work. Yeah, the people who are always working with brands. What niches are they in? And maybe someone can just tell me. You can guess over here. What niche is this where, like, in fact, in January, I remember just seeing people like Zari, and there are people who in January, it started, the way you say January is dry because brands have spent money during Black Friday and the festivities. January, there are still people who are working with brands. So I think I'll let you guys guess which niche is popular when it comes to making money. I'll give you guys a minute. A minute. Lifestyle. Yes, yes. Aha, lifestyle and fashion. Okay, okay. Interesting. Anyone else who wants to share? Anybody else? Okay, fine. We'll go with that. Yes, lifestyle is up there. We'll see why. We'll see why. I think it's important to know why. Why lifestyle? If we are saying lifestyle, why lifestyle? So now, when it comes to creators, let me call them creators, okay? Creators who are making money right now in Kenya, I can categorize them into two groups. So there's those specific creator niches, and then coaches. So coaches is people like me. Yeah, right now there is a lot of demand for coaches. Whether you are a therapist, people are paying for therapy. it's coaching, for life coaching, for career coaching. So that is also a niche in itself of coaches where it's very, very marketable right now. But then now when it comes to influencers, it's specific niches of influencers who are making the money. Now I have a question for you guys, which is tied in with my secret, the secret to knowing um, which influencers are making the most money. It's simple. It's asking yourself which industries, okay, of brands are always advertising. It's as simple as that because influencer money comes from the brands. Cindy, yeah, influencer money comes from brands. So the question is, which brands are these who are always advertising? Like if you go on YouTube, who is always having an ad? Before you watch something, there's an ad that will come there. What industry is that? Yeah. If you look at billboards, on your way, like me, I think where I live, I have seen Kate actress like 4 times. Just my route, nimemwona so many times, and I've seen I think Kate right now is on like 3 ads, different products. Yeah. So, and maybe you guys can type here before I show you mine, all the brands I have seen advertising. So that's just a secret. Sometimes people are like, oh, I want to work with certain brands. I don't know which brands to reach out to. It's simply which brands are always advertising. Why? Because brands, these brands who are advertising, it tells you that they have a market. Okay, they have a ready market. So they're advertising to this market of theirs so that they don't forget about them. So that when they are buying things or services, they don't forget that they exist. So anyway, yeah. So these brands are always advertising because they have a market. So you want to be in a niche that is advertiser friendly, okay? That is that brand friendly. So you can partner with this brand to reach this audience. So while the brand is doing a billboard and it's doing an ad on TV, you are promoting on Instagram, okay? It's marketing. So first of all, you guys, I hope you can hear me well. I hope so. Yeah, I pray you can hear me well. Yeah. So it's about the brands that are always advertising. And I think I can see some examples here. Tashley says, food, you're right. Food, KFC is always advertising, right? Java is always advertising. Yeah, they work with influencers. The food brands like the dry goods, kina Amana, all these brands, these are guys who are always advertising. Clothes, now clothes, it's not so much. I think for clothes, the brands I see, maybe you can give me an example. Which brand of clothing have you seen advertising besides Vivo and Zia? And those are, Zia, I'd consider it still a growing brand. I mean, like a big brand. Do we even have big clothing brands here? Do we? No, we don't. So oils, maybe I think you mean like beauty, correct? Skincare, yes, absolutely. Um, clothes shops, yes. Clothes shops, they are there. However, because some of them are very small, most of those I feel like will work with just a few influencers and then models. We'll just get models to model. So I mean like big brands like Coca-Cola, kind of big, yeah. So let me show you mine. The examples of brands that are always advertising. So this is just an image that shows some of these. So you can see here skincare, your Garnier, your what? Your CeraVe, your La Roche, all these guys are always advertising. In fact, like, is it Garnier? There's an ad that's keeping on running that has some South Africans. It's skincare, yeah. Food is, ads all the time. KFC, etc, etc. Then there's a picture here I have put of household goods. So if you think household, it's cleaning, your Omo, your Harpic, like Kit Actress and her Harpic. The other day there was that launch of what was it? The Downy, yeah. So household goods, because um there's a market for it. So you have to think, where do people spend the most money? If you go to a household right now, any home, what do people spend money regularly on? It's food, it's cleaning things, TV you might, but I mean, you only need a TV once unless it gets broken. So the money is where the consumers spend constantly. Okay. Yeah. So alcohol, I think someone had said EABL, correct. Um, household, furniture, furniture palace will always have sales every now and then. People are always upgrading. You get bored of your pillows, you want to buy more pillows. And tech. Okay. Now, let me just name the brands, okay? So we can categorize now some of these ads we've seen into their different categories or niches. Let's call it niches today. So there's Garnier, Nivea, Nice and Lovely. I think I've seen Joanna doing Nice and Lovely. I've seen Wangoi Gathergold doing Nice and Lovely. You know, Ketaktres is on. Ketaktres is on. I've told you guys. I think there are four billboards on my route. Nice and Lovely. Maybelline, the Asiads of this world, and all these other Zaris and whoever's. L'Oreal. Sharon, I see Sharon Mundia still working with L'Oreal. This is hair. Um, Internationally, if we even go internationally, Fenty had a launch the other day, Jackie Aina is always launching things, She launched a perfume the other day. Like, the beauty space there's a lot of money there. Their brands are always advertising when it comes to beauty and makeup. So if you are beauty and makeup content creator, there's money there, a lot of it. Then, of course, food. I don't know if I can be able to move this. Just a sec. Let me move myself. Yeah, so that we see the full page. Yeah, so if we talk about food, Amana, right? KFC, Java, Royco have made, is it Tropical Heat? I think so. Yeah, they've made them revamp their branding because Royco has advertised so much. So they felt pressure and they've also changed their branding. So Royco, I've seen Royco with Roaming Chef, people like Farmer's Choice. I've seen a couple of ads from Farmer's Choice. Coca-Cola is big. Coca-Cola has a crazy marketing budget. Them kwanza, it doesn't stop. It's not like a tea. This month we'll advertise, next month we won't. No, them it's 24/7. And Coke being as big as it is, you'd think wamefika, yeah? You'd think they'd say, I mean, we are Coca-Cola. No, but they constantly keep advertising. So Coke, Dairyland, Dairyland had a very, very serious campaign last year. Yeah, so that's on food. Alcohol, I mean, alcohol is always being advertised everywhere. Billboards, everywhere, there are always ads. And now I think I saw Smirnoff rebranded again. They have something new. They're always rebranding. So it's for you to look around on social media. Which brands are these that are inviting people for launches? Then think about what industry is that. It's food, it's alcohol, etc. So yeah, alcohol, Tasca, your EABL, your Smirnoff, your Gordon's, KO. KO I think invites a lot of people to these mixers. Jameson. I think I've seen some people doing Jameson Valentine's. Manyata now is still, in fact, EBL has so many brands under them and they're always advertising. Then for home furnishings, of course, Furniture Palace and the rest. I've seen Mfalme, I think they're called MB, lighting, yeah. Paints, okay. Then fashion, LC Waikiki, but not a lot. I don't think I see them advertising much, to be very honest. I think there are brands that don't really need much advertising. They have, like, their people know them, their community, especially like Asian people, um white people, there are people who are not even following some of these influencers who will advertise. So Yeah. So anyway, butter, but not so much. I think butter caters to moms because they're the ones buying shoes for their kids. So they'll still have ads, but yeah, shops they too. And then now the smaller brands, I think we had talked about. Then for household goods, you have Downy, you have Omo, you have Sunlight, Harpic, name them. In fact, there are so many brands. Then tech, I'm going to group tech with electronics and appliances. So for tech, I see Techno advertising a lot, Infinix, Samsung, Safaricom. I consider Safaricom tech, ALX. I think I've seen a campaign ALX is doing currently. Yeah. Then banks and insurances, although it's not much. Yeah. So in a nutshell, these niches are, sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So these niches are lifestyle, okay, beauty, tech, finance. I think I missed finance here. Just a second. Yeah, Maggie said soft drinks like Coca-Cola. That's correct. Um, yeah, finance is under banks. Yes, correct. Yeah, food, and then a bit of fashion. I'm saying a bit because Kenya, we don't have very many big fashion brands. It's Waikiki. We have Mango, but Mango doesn't do heavy advertising. Yeah, we have H&M. No, not H&M. We have Aldo came, but they're not doing marketing. They have their market. There are people who just walk into Mango because they know the brand. They travel a lot. They shop when they travel. So fashion, I want to say eco but haiko. There's not a lot of money there. It's Vivo. I think Vivo is the biggest fashion brand that is doing ads. And yeah, Vivo can't be able to cater for every influencer, until they are paying all this. It's not like Coke. So a bit of fashion. Yeah. Yeah. So now when it comes to influencers, now we've talked about the brands, okay? We've identified that where the money is where the brands are. Okay. Where the brands are marketing, that's where the money is. It's not really about the influencers much. It's which brands, because influencers depend on brand money. In fact, even if I'm to talk about even like in America, Rihanna right now, Rihanna doesn't sing. Okay. Rihanna is surviving on brand money. Puma, Fenty, Fenty is under a conglomerate. So Hash is like a face, the face. It's like how Sharon design has her designs under Vivo. So Rihanna has Fenty under a conglomerate of a group, okay? So it's brand money, even Puma, okay? Even now I think she's doing some work with Dior. So it's brands. The brands are the ones with money. They're the ones that are making these influencers buy cars, making them move to new houses, and travel the world. It's the brands. So you want to look around and look at these brands. Now, when it comes to the influencers now getting these jobs, okay, there's a pattern, right? And I think for me, the pattern is just that they are lifestyle influencers. And I'll categorize lifestyle as fashion, beauty, and your life. Okay. You travel, you eat this, your house tour, your furnishings. I'll just categorize everything under lifestyle. So lifestyle influencers are the ones making the money. And it's because we have identified it's because the brands, these brands, most of them are lifestyle brands actually. Even this, we can just categorize them as lifestyle brands. Someone's life. If I'm saying lifestyle because if say it's my life, it's my hair, my my makeup, my food, my dressing, where I live, what I eat, what I'm eating with. So I'm categorizing it as just lifestyle. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so lifestyle niche is the most profitable just because of the opportunities that exist. Yeah. And as I've said, I am categorizing beauty and fashion under lifestyle. Yeah. So, I have a question for you guys. Look around, like maybe name some popular lifestyle influencers you know, and then we will break down why them, because there are many lifestyle content creators, right? Yes, there's a lot of money, but also there's a lot of content creators in the lifestyle niche, and not everyone is getting the money, right? Some people are getting more, others are not, others are struggling. Why is there a difference? Maybe you can tell me in the comments. Who are your favorite, or who do you think are popular lifestyle creators? I'll go first. Murugi Munyi is a very popular lifestyle content creator. Anyone else who wants to share? Let me bring myself back. Anybody? I'll give us time. Popular lifestyle creators. Ooh, Ivy. Hi, Ivy. Yes, Chris Njoki, Maggie Mwende, Victor Peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone else who wants to share some popular ones? Let me share her comment there. Eli, oh, Alexia. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, Eli is a great lifestyle content creator. And by the way, let me speak about Eli. Eli started as a fashion creator, by the way. And then he realized that in this Kenya of ours, unfortunately, and it's because of what I'm telling you, we don't have fashion brands that are big enough to to pay your bills. Let me call it that. We don't have in Kenya hakuna. Eli, I remember I used to watch him way back in the day. He used to do, it was fashion and grooming at the time. So his to clothes, how he grooms, perfumes. So he came with that westernness. You know, he had been in the UK for a while. He came with that. He thought, here it's gonna work. But then I think he realized here is you have to be a lifestyle content creator. There's no other way. You have to be many things. Today you're talking about food, you're traveling, you're showing us clothes at the same time. So yeah, Eli is another example. Maybe we can hear one more, then we proceed. Anybody else? Even Chris, she has a fashion business, but she's cooking, she's traveling. Even Joy back in the day was doing, I think Joy started as, I want to say beauty or fashion. Yeah, but all of them end up evolving into lifestyle. Even Natalie Tewa. Natalie started as a hair. Kwanza back in, it was just hair. But then you realize here, how many hair brands are she can't survive on Mizani alone. So you need to, she's doing Samsung, she's traveling, etc. etc. So lifestyle in Kenya, unfortunately, you have to be diverse. Even like now for you, Ivy, I know it's comedy, but I like how, you know, you you have different pillars that are very lifestyle related. It's husband today, it's food, it's money, it's so don't you can't box yourself in Kenya so much. Yeah. So even like the food creators, like now Boina, I know food the beauty about food is that it's on its own, it does well because food is, there's a huge market. I mean, we need food to survive. So for her, but I can bet you now that she's even gotten on radio, I know she will slowly start introducing lifestyle. Slowly, you'll see Gania might reach out to her. She'll show us a skincare routine. And that's what happened to Aziad. Aziad was dancing. But how many ads has she gotten to dance? I think it's just one ad, the Dubai one. Visit Dubai, travel to Dubai or visit Dubai. Imagine, out of all the dancing she has done, that's the only ad Aziad has gotten that is related to dancing. The rest is lifestyle. Maybelline, Garnier. Okay, Dendry should dance, but Dendry is a fashion brand. So anyway, you get the point. Yeah, Joy says Murugimunyi, absolutely. Yeah. So next here is how to excel in the lifestyle niche. So the first thing you need to do is to have an audience in mind. Who are you speaking to? Yeah. If you it's said rather, if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. Okay. So have an audience. Then seek to solve a problem. And I think some of you here, we've had sessions. Let me just remove this. Um, you have to solve a problem. All these people we are mentioning here, they solve problems. They have solved problems. And a problem doesn't mean someone is struggling with something. No, no, no. It could be inspiration. Like Sharon Mundia, for the longest time, used to just inspire us. Like for personally, I can say that it was a lot of inspiration. Her dressing, her pictures. It wasn't that I had a problem that she was helping me. No, 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 no. The solution she was providing was just that inspiration. You can dream, you can dream. And yeah, so seek to solve a problem. Murugi, when she started, she wanted to share her motherhood struggles, and then also I think at the time, you know body positivity, confidence as a plus size woman. So she formed a community of women who are like that, women who would ask her, hey, how are you able to be confident in a bikini, and post a picture in a bikini. That became her community. So that's the problem she was solving. Even Eli has spoken about how, um because he says it himself, he's a short guy, and he keeps saying his trousers, he has to tailor them. Like, he has never gotten trousers that fit him exactly. They are big long, so he has to tailor. So I'm sure he had an audience of a lot of men like him, who are getting solutions to good grooming, etc. So seek to solve a problem. Yeah. Then yeah, I can even ask you guys a question. Think of someone who has influenced you in any way to buy maybe something. um why were you convinced? Or yeah, why did they influence you? Why do you think they were able to influence you to buy something? I don't know whether that's a hard question, but yeah. Yeah. Ruth says, it doesn't need to be only solving a problem. Yeah, it's not you're a doctor, you're trying to provide solutions. No, solutions can be even entertainment. Maybe the problem you solve as a comedian, for example, is you make people laugh, like you, Ivy. You make people laugh. So that's a solution to a problem. People are tired after a long day. They just want to go on the internet and consume light content. So you are solving that need. Let's even call it a need, not really a problem, a need. Yeah, a desire someone has, or a need someone has. Yeah. Or Zari, Kim, Murugi, these are people who've influenced you. Okay. Yeah. I think I've given this example before. Like, I think someone like Maggie Mwende, she's able to influence you because she shows you how she motivates you. In fact, her titles on her channel are usually, oh, Wangoi, asante sana. Last time we were winging it. Today we are trying. Today we are trying. So thank you. Yeah. So Maggie, I even like her titles are usually written cleaning motivation. So the need or the problem she solves, that she motivates you to clean. Okay. So if she recommends a certain product and she's telling it smells good, she's inspiring you. When you're cleaning, you tumia hii inanukia vizuri. So anyway, that's who Maggie has been for me. Even Wangoi, actually. Wangoi, you watch her cleaning, then she cooks. So those are people who provide that solution. So think about, how can you inspire someone, or how can you help someone, etc. So anyway, oh, thank you, Wango. You're gonna make me blush. Yeah. So now another thing I wanted to mention is these lifestyle influencers. They are in two different categories. Okay. and you want to be in either or, not in the middle. And I think most people are struggling because they're in the middle. So you see, if you're just posting because you're seeing everyone posting and you're not working on having like a community, okay, you will miss the mark. So the two categories are people who are community focused, Joanna, Wangoi, all these people, Murugi, people who are always putting question box in their DMs. They want people to talk to them. They want people to engage. So there's that group of people. Even Maggie Mwende, actually, she talks to she talks to you as though you are in her room with her. So community. So you either are working towards community or you're so creative, we can't ignore you. Stephanie Nganga, Kimanzi, you know, name them. Who else? Temina. Actually, Temina now is a mix of both community and that creativeness. Okay. So it's just as simple as that, guys. And I know this whole being creative. In fact, there's an influencer who was telling me that she's unable to retain brands because brands nowadays are into the whole acting, all these skits, the acting. I think Chris Njoki and Victor have even worn clothes where they are police. Chris is a police. Like, so there's that trend right now with brands where they are looking at such kind of content. They are expecting, not even looking, they are expecting you're gonna do something very out of this world with their money or with their content or with their brand or product. Yeah. So you're either in those two classes. Either you have a cult, I call it cult following. Cult. Yani unaweza anzisha cult. Like Angel lately, I like to give an example. There's a soap, I think I spoke about this last time. There's a soap she made us buy. And like I think it was the first time I saw that, that thing you put ingredients, you pull it and then it cutters. Like you put your onions inside like a spiral thing. You you pull it and then it chops things. She made that thing sell out on Jumia. I kid you not, sold out. Even that soap, there's a soap she showed people. It was a steel soap, like steel thing that's like a soap. So if you like cut onions or like garlic, once you do it like this, the smells disappear. So anyway, that is having a cult following. Maggie Monde, I also believe, is someone with a cult following. She'll tell you guys to buy Astonish, you all buy Astonish. Sharon Mondia, another person who has a cult following. She does not follow many people. She follows 17, I don't know, 76 people now. 3/4 of them are white people. A quarter of them are Kenyans, and by quarter I mean like 7 people. However, I remember she's the one who started the candles craze. You remember during COVID candles? It was Sharon. Because I remember that very well. So you're either in that category where community. What does community mean? You see the 16 of you who are here right now. I'm not I treat you people like you're everything. For me, it's not how I'm not looking at numbers at 1,000 people, 100,000, the people within the creative class. Yeah, for them that matters a lot. How many people saw my video? The more eyeballs the better. But community means you treat every person as though they're the most important human being you have. Okay, so that means responding to the DMs. Of course you're responding to what is relevant, but you treat them very, very as like they're they're like your boss. You treat them with a lot of care and love and respect, so that they become a follower, a true follower. If you tell them we go this direction, they go. Yeah. So that human touch, it needs to be there. So wengi wetu tuko hapa katikati, tuna post through for the social medias. We are not taking time to engage with our followers. We're not taking time to even know them. Like for me, sometimes someone will respond to my story And, instead of just saying thank you, I'll be like, thank you. How are you, by the way? Like I am genuinely interested. How are you? If maybe I know a bit about you, I'll ask you, by the way, how is that going? Like, that is what community is. So that if, say, you decide to call people to a meet and greet, you won't be alone, they'll come. Yeah. So there's that group, and I think that's where most of us are. Not everyone is creative, that you come up with a key concept and get a videographer. Not everyone can even afford that. So the easier route, sorry, one moment. Yeah, the easier route is to work on community. Please, please, I beg you, this is the most important. Don't ignore your people. Don't be don't be in and out with them. Like, they are very, you see, like Morugi, even just Ivy. That's how just Ivy's brand blew up on stories. Can you imagine? She blew up on stories, not even on the feed. This chick was just typing, not even showing her face. People responding to her. She shows people what, like, she built a community. So it's the most important. And even Morugi, it's the same thing. Morugi will ask people, like, I think today I saw her asking, ask me anything. Hey, where did you get this? She will go. In fact, someone asked her where she got, and she plugged, and I think it was something Jumia related. What was it? I forget. Someone asked her about a certain product, and she went into the archives and looked for that screenshot and shared it. That's just what it means. You treat your community with so much, like they are the most, like they are VIPs. That's the word I was looking for. Like, they are very important people, because for Morugi, these are the people who pay her bills. Let's be honest. It's your community. If your community decides, her community decides to cancel her, brands will disappear, because, you know, yeah. So anyway, community. Then, of course, if you're the creative type, now also there's competition there. It's outdoing one another and outdoing yourself. You can't, the last concept has to be better. The new concept has to be better than the last. It's getting costumes, it's getting a videographer, it's a lot. So please, hapo katikati tuondoke. So let's nurture our communities. Yeah, then the next category was just the coaches I was talking about. Yeah, like, I know finance, the insurance companies are hiring them a lot, banks, kina Mastercard. Yeah, so coaches also are getting brands. Remember, it's about which brands advertise. Okay. Yeah, ALX as well. ALX needs students. So it will go to coaches, because coaches have their students there. So they can be able to direct their students to these schools and whatnot. Yeah. So I think, in summary, are yeah. In summary, that was the class, guys. And I want to say, in Kenya mainly, tech is there, but I don't think it's consistent. I think with tech, it's not very, very consistent. In Kenya, we're looking at Kenya. So Samsung today might have a phone launch. They're not always launching a phone. So it's on and off. Although the money is good. Tech guys, I have worked with tech creators. Their rate cards are not cheap. I think also because they know it's not every month you're getting, and also the value of a tech item is a lot. If you say a creator can be able to buy you make you buy a phone worth 100K, you need to pay them well. So the value also is, determines the rates. But yeah, there's tech. But in summary, lifestyle and food. I think I didn't talk much about food, but food is also very, very big. If you look at Roaming Chef, there are so many brands he's advertising. So many, so many. Farmer's Choice, Royco, the list goes on. The list goes on. Yeah. So I don't know. We can open up the comments for questions, for any remarks. Yeah. So mainly community, guys. community. Then of course, community also means you have engagement, and engagement is what brands want, because they know if your engagement is high, you can be able to convert. I've worked with like Wangoi sales. Yeah, you see all these influencers I'm showing you here. Let me just go back to them. Kina Milichebi, these guys, Milichebi speaks to her audience like they are friends. Saseni guys, good morning, melalaje. It's not, you have to have that connection with your audience, so that ukiwaambia wanunue kitu watanunua, and the brands are happy, and now you become popular among brands, so they'll always keep hiring you. Like Morugi, I'll tell you some of the big, let me just put this. Yeah, people like Miliwa Jesus as well. Miliwa Jesus, even guys, she even has a WhatsApp group. Sijaiwambia, sidhani nishaiwambia. She has a WhatsApp group of her fans, and they are ladies. She's grouped ladies in a group. So that amount, that's why sometimes, Millie might be going through maybe something negative on the internet. Utaona tu kwa comments, people, I love you, Millie. Like, there are people who are diehard fans, okay? That's what you need. A cult following. There are people who, even like Morugi, right? Murugi will go on TikTok, did you hear someone is trying to say something? You see the comments hapo. No, not Murugi. Murugi is nice. Murugi is genuine. Murugi is what? There are people always fighting for them. And it's because they've had a personal interaction, yeah? If say someone responded to you and you saw them being bashed, you'll be like, no, she's nice. She's nice to me. So anyway, you get the point. Yeah. So I was saying these influencers. Yeah, Murugi sells like crazy. Millie sells like crazy. Even Lydia, all these guys, it's because they have a community that trusts them, and of course they share value, they are solving problems, etc. etc. Yeah. So let's see what was here. What niche is that of Janet Mbogwa advocating for social justice? Yeah, you said it. Yeah, I think they're called social influencer something, social impact something. They have a name. Let me see. They have a name. They have a name. Yeah. So hers is more for NGOs, policies for, it's still very community based, it's still very community, because people will share, like now, like my first time stories, there are periods. I mean, people are very vulnerable about she wrote a whole book about people's stories. So there's still a lot of community there. So I forgot what they're called, but they have a name. They have a name. Yeah, so that's her niche. Hi Sung. I could barely miss this class. Thank you, Kelly. Just show that comment. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, so you see one boy, Janet, I don't think I've seen Janet work with like Garnier. Has anyone seen Janet work with Garnier or Nivea? Have you? Unless like it's tailored towards girls work on a shida. She's probably going there to do some outreach activities. It's not because, yeah, hers is different. Hers is NGOs, um, activism, etc. Okay. Can I have, let's show this. Can I have two niches? Oh, like comedy and motherhood. Oh, wow. And if yes, what pointers can you give? I think it would depend. Like, because like there's a Nigerian, I think she's Nigerian. I don't know if you know her. She used to be big now and she's lost weight. She's shaved. She's very, very funny. She's a big, either Nigerian or South African. She's a mom to very many kids, and she still shares a lot of motherhood stuff. But the thing is, you have to be known first for something. Yes, you might show it's like Njugush. He does stuff with Tugi, but it's under comedy. So unless Now, I think what I usually see is some people now will decide one platform is for X. Like Kanye, Yvonne Kanye, she decided her TikTok is about motherhood. Her TikTok is purely motherhood. From when she was pregnant, it was today I went, I bought, I saw, I am learning, I have found. Her TikTok was for that. Then her Instagram page, she focused on business. Okay. Then her stories, of course, it's the everyday life. So you can decide. I mean, some people do that. In fact, like even Sharon Mondi, I've noticed she's doing a lot of unscripted stuff on TikTok. Then Instagram is more curated, etc. So you can decide, pick one platform, maybe YouTube. I know you're not on YouTube. You can decide to have a lifestyle YouTube channel there, then stories, you can do your daily life. Yeah. But if you do it in one, I feel like you confuse your audience. Because I know you have men following you. And so if you start motherhood stuff, I don't know. What do you guys think? Actually, you guys can advise her. What do you think? Ivy is blowing up with her comedy, and now she wants to introduce motherhood. So how do you think she should do that? Especially the seasoned ones, Wangoi, Alexia. What do you think? Yeah, that would be my advice. Honestly, pick a platform that you're not using, like YouTube. In fact, it should be very very nice. YouTube, you can do lifestyle stuff. Yeah. Hi, Derek. I am here. I am within. I'm a fashion. Sorry. I'm a comedy creator on TikTok, lifestyle and fashion on Instagram. Yes, you see? Yeah, yeah. Pick a platform. Ukimix ita confuse. Utapata una lose followers. I don't know. Because mom stuff is very mom stuff. It's very nurturing. It's very I can imagine they're just men maybe who follow you. They just want to come to your page and laugh. Or yeah. Yeah, Derek has separated his platforms. TikTok is crazy and funny. Instagram is more polished. Yeah. Anyone else who wants to give her some advice? Yeah. So guys, community. Is there anyone else who has another niche that is not lifestyle related here? Ama we are all in lifestyle. Anybody? Yeah, but there's money to be made, guys. And I mean, Boina is new and she's working with now big brands. Yeah, I'm a blow up Sasa. So there's money to be made. So you're never too late. My point is it's never too late. It's not saturated. You can there's a chick I had a session with like 2 weeks ago. She's called Yoon. Yoon is doing so well on TikTok. And now she started posting on Instagram and Carson's approached her. Carson's and they have sijui Robertson, the ile inaka Dettol, the soaps, the Carson's itself. Like brands are always looking for new people. So don't feel like it's saturated. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Rachel says, great to be here as well, doing content on food and recipes on YouTube. Super. I'm curious, what are you struggling with? Because I think I've seen with food, you either have a personality, like you're the face of the brand, and like Chris Njoki, but then Chris Njoki is cooking, but she's the face of the cooking. So you're either that or like a roaming chef or like Sue, ama you're the ones who don't show the face. Now, for the ones who don't show the face, I've seen the format that is working very well is kupeana to story. There's like a format that is really working, especially if you're entertaining. As you cook, you're giving like a story. But anyway, I digress. Let's see. Wangoi says she can create mom stuff on YouTube and express herself there. YouTube is great for authentic content. then keep the other comedy. You could throw in some mom content as comedy. Agreed. Yeah, agreed. Because you see, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I usually say once you become big enough, you can get away with doing whatever, whatever. But as you're growing, brands are more into a niche. They'll hire you because of a specific thing. They're like this. Like now for me, I hired you for junior. Actually, I was like, you know, your content is diverse, but it's comedy and it will reach many people. So if I give you this product, I know you create comedy around it, etc. So anyway, that's why I hired you. So you can imagine if I hired you for that and then you do mom content. So anyway, yeah. Okay. Yeah, have fun with YouTube. And YouTube is great. And don't reinvent the wheel. Kinawangoi have the formula, watch as many vlogs as you can. If it's a sit down, don't reinvent the wheel, guys. If there's a template, you follow it. You just add your own twist to it, your own creativity. Yeah. Okay, guys. Any other question before we wrap up? I hope this was helpful. I know I didn't tell you anything new, except that the brands are the ones with the money. So you look at which brands are always hiring, or rather, which brands are always advertising. Okay, then you fit yourself in that brand so that you become partners. You work together. Yeah. Okay. Oh, perfect. All right, guys. I think we'll call it a day and an evening. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, almost 1 hour. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I think mmekuja juu tuko na ka community kadogo. So thanks a lot. As I have mentioned, I'm aiming for every day until Thursday, 4 days a week. So tomorrow I had planned to be more beginner friendly, more for beginner, just mistakes I see influencers making. So more for beginners. And I'll share more about that. So thank you guys. I wish you all a lovely night. Bye.